Greetings. It's the dark prophet of the ZEIT Heist chariot. The times are dark, my friends, and I have been summoned by the great light of the universe, the absolute. Okay, I gotta turn off I've got the audio monitored. That's no good. Even a wizard has technical troubles from time to time. There we are. Much better. I have arisen because the times are dark. Interest in the esoteric and the occult is rising. People are buying books about the occult and astrology, and the baby witches are rampant upon TikTok and other social media platforms. Oh, let me put together my little altar with $20 on it so that I can burn some very special incense and do a little dance to the lunar goddess so that I can get $40 instead of $20 and go, yes, I was really wanting $40. That's great. Now I can go to Target and spend 6 of it on my little Starbucks and get some yoga pants. And I don't know how much those cost because all the baby witches seem to be women on WitchTok. And it's a wonderful place. Only joking, it's not wonderful. It's a scum of villainy and a bunch of misleading crap, okay? Because people like to feel very spiritual. People like to read these books. Oh, I'm reading Aleister Crowley. I'm so magical. I've just been reading some Aleister Crowley. Yeah, I was just reading some this and that and some Liber, ding-dong-a-ling-dong. And I feel so magical. And yes, I really feel that Horus and Isis and Osiris, they're my parents and my granddad or something, and I'm feeling very magical, and that book led me to buy another $50 book that's £7, and it's a giant tome about the Golden Dawn, and wow, I am so magical. Oh, I'm getting so magical. I'm doing my banishing rituals. I'm banishing this. I'm drawing stars. You should see all the freaking stars I'm drawing over here. I'm drawing stars all over this dang freaking place. And I got some sandalwood incense. I got my frankincense and myrrh. I have expensive little knickknacks from my altar. This out of brass, this out of gold, this out of ceramic. Look at all these beautiful metallic busts I'm buying of the gods and goddesses and the archangels, and just filling up my room with materials that cost money from kitschy little metaphysical shops. And the more that I buy, the more that you buy, the more magical you get. The more your powers awaken. Wrong. Let me tell you what you need to buy to become liberated, to liberate your soul. Let me tell you what you need to buy to awaken yourself and free yourself from the cycle of birth and re-death. Absolutely nothing. Oh yeah, let me go to this $6,000 conference in Joshua Tree where they put, I don't know, the spit of a toad, or you lick a toad's balls or something, or they like scrape some shit off its back. They make it sweat and they kind of torture a little frog and they drop it on your tongue in a little tincture. And then they put on some nice music and they burn the right incense. And I had a psychedelic experience where a doorknob, turned into a bunch more doorknobs, and then the doorknobs became hot dogs, and the hot dogs formed into Anubis. And Anubis said, "Your heart is still too heavy. You've been eating too much McDonald's and your cholesterol ought to be lower. And also people who do that can never be enlightened. So cursed are you," Anubis says, and he throws your soul to Sobek, the crocodile of the underworld, for your heart to be devoured because it's too heavy with cholesterol from Freddy's steak burgers and their fry sauce, which is excellent. But the whole point of this is that, what is your point? What's your intent? There's interest in astrology. Ooh, the stars. Oh, I'm a Cancer this and a Libra that, and I'm a rising over here. And I'm going, hey, yeah, rising, moon, sun, all that. Yeah, hey, what are you doing? Looking in the sky? And it's like, yeah, I am looking in the sky actually, and I'm looking on salon.com. I'm looking on 17magazine.com. What's my hottest summer chances for getting a big dick boyfriend? I don't know. That's how people use astrology, or one of the ways anyway, and they get obsessive about it. Oh, I'm coming into a time where I'm going to manifest a bunch of money so I can get a PlayStation 5. And wow, it really worked. Wow, this magic stuff really works. I'm going to manifest some more so I can put a down payment for a Tesla. Or I'm going to, get myself ass implants or something. Yeah, that's the reason to use magic. Keep doing that. Keep manifesting material bullshit and see where that gets you. Take that as far as you can, because that is the right and precise thing to do with it. Only joking. No, it isn't. What is the intent? What's the intent? Whether it's astrology or Wicca or high magic, ceremonial Western magic, whether it's meditation, what's the ultimate intent? Don't get lost in the materialism. Don't get lost in all the things you're supposed to buy, in reading one book to the next book, to the I Ching, to tarot. Oh, I want to become a divination master. Why? Oh, this tarot reading, it summed up my life perfectly. Wow, how did it know? Why? What's the point? What is that leading you to? The universal bliss, the ultimate absolute awareness that is behind every eye, including yours, is trying to send you messages. An intelligent universe is speaking to you all the time. And the synchronicities and the tarot readings and the astrology are not so that you can get zoomed in and go, oh, tarot is the most magical thing ever. This is the ultimate truth. Oh, astrology is the most important thing ever. This is the ultimate truth. I'm going to get really sunk into this so that I can get relationships and happiness and pleasure, so that I can find the right mate to get my, to just climax all the time until I get old, and then it's not fun anymore, and then people are ugly, and I'm old and fat, and I didn't learn anything in my entire life, and I have to start the reincarnation process over again with another lifetime. When something magical happens, what does it lead you to? What does it point you to? It is an intelligent universe sending you signs, symbols, and images all the time that are saying, wake up, wake up. You think you're you. Yeah, I'm throwing you a little bone of some material manifestation, but that is not the point. The point is to go deeper into yourself, to take a hard look, to sit on the meditation mat and to breathe and to still the mind and quiet the mind until you realize that who you think you are is not you. You are not the body. You are not the mind. You are absolute nothingness and everything at once. And everything that you have come to think of as a demon or a spirit or a god or a deity or an angel is already a part of you. That is what everything is ultimately pointing you to. And I had to get on here and say it because everyone is being led astray and getting sucked into magic and wanting to feel very magical and wanting to feel very countercultural and spooky and, oh, I'm calling upon demons. I'm drawing the triangle and the circle, and I'm calling upon Astrolith and Azazel and Belial and a bunch of other guys and gals as well, and going, oh, I am the big master magician, and I command you to bring me a Tesla, or at least a down payment for a Tesla, and I will spill my own blood in the circle so that you do that, and then cause a bunch of other undesirable shit to happen, because that is not the reason to call upon demons. And also, demons are already within you, and they're trying to say, wake up, dummy. Realize that you are the divine, that God is not a big old man in the sky who is, what's that word? What's that word where you know everything? Omnipotent? Omnivorous? Who knows? Who gives a shit? A big old white man with a beard in the sky saying, here is this, here is suffering upon these people, here's blessing upon these people, especially the white rich people in America. Give them more. Give those preachers on the television even more. Give those big nasty fat guys with a bunch of hairspray even more. Give him a Tesla. Give him a Cadillac. Give him a prostitute. Anyway, what was that about? God's not a big man. He's not a big, fluffy man, okay? It's not a person at all. It's the universal, supreme, absolute, beyond everything. And the deities are only a placeholder for that. Now that's about enough for today. What is all this? You think you're going to get to every truth in one stream? You think you're going to get to everything all at once instead of just a bunch of random nonsense that comes into your head that you didn't plan for at all? No. But remember, I must remember my ultimate mission, which is to get you to look at you and set aside distraction. Set aside your little Twitch games and set aside your Pornhub, even though it's nice from time to time. But having every impulsive pleasure and entertainment and distraction and eating the best food and having the biggest tits in your face and having the most glorious orgasms and having the best, most high fructose game or entertainment and everything, all pleasure all at once can never be enough. You can seek that for 1,000 lifetimes and it still isn't enough because the universe is saying you're still attached. You're still attached. Unattach and realize the non-dual nature of all. Okay, Josh. Okay, Dark Prophet. That all makes a lot of sense, pal. Way to go. Great stream. And that's where we'll conclude for today. You think I'm done? You think this is the last of them? Nope. I got a lot more to say, pal. But for now, get on your meditation mat. Banish if you feel the need to. But why are you banishing? Pay attention. Is it to get away all the spooky demons around you and the bad spirits and, ooh, I must clear the energy of this room. I must clear the energy, from the bad spirits. No, it's to remove your attachment to those things and to clear a space so that nothing is left but the absolute supreme divinity blasting down into your third eye point and reminding you who you are. 17th time I've said this is the end of the stream. Okay, we're really done. Thanks for watching. And, oh yeah, listen to ZEIT Heist, my podcast. ZEIT Heist, where you can learn the actual tools and the methods and hear from conversations with really smart people who are also all about awakening your true self and getting out of the birth and death recycle and breaking the cycle of reincarnation. ZEIT Heist podcast. It's on YouTube. It's on Spotify. It's on the other places. It's a modern day world. You can find it yourself. What's the other thing? I have a Patreon where my devoted disciples buy me bread and meat and wine so that I may continue living in my little cave and sending messages of truth like this. Do you want to buy the prophet some bread? Go to Patreon if you want to. Or don't. It's in the links below. You can find it. If you don't, I don't give a shit. Those who need to find it will. And those to whom it falls upon deaf ears, carry on, young one, until you find the truth. Okay. Stream ending. Beep boop. Robot time.